What's going on, guys? Welcome to Don's modeling stream. Uh, Hit the wrong button there a couple times, didn't I? But anyway, here we are. What's going on, Don? Don says he's first. Eric says, "Damn it, Don, you beat me to it." So what's going on, guys? Tonight I'm going to be painting the wheels, the front wheels for the Infernal War Machine. What's going on, Trent? So let me get my paint out. You would think I'd be prepared, but you would be wrong. Preparation is not a skill I possess. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Preparation H. Right. Hey, the older you get, the more you need that, Eric. The only thing I don't like about this paint is getting the bottle open. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So, anybody working on anything tonight? By the way, Don, I'm gonna try to be on the Wednesday night stream and start on the rocket that Howard sent me. Well, I guess I could show that first before I start doing anything. Let me put this over here in the airbrush holder. And let me go grab that. Let me go grab that. It's right in here in the game room. At least I thought that's where I put it. Where did I put the rocket? Oh, I know where I put it. Put it on top of the grow tent. There it is. I got dashed. He sent me this. The rocket. My first actual wood model. Not one of the little wood puzzle things, but an actual wood model that contains a lot of metal for a wood model. But he sent me that, and he sent me the paint set for it. I've never used ochre paint, so we'll see how that goes. But if you're here, thank you again, Howard. That was really nice. You didn't have to do that. Eric says he's just staying cool. Don says he's not working on anything. Says he'd be glad to have me on the Wednesday stream. Thank you, Don. Oh, have you built the rocket, Don? I know. Todd kind of started on it, and Howard was working on it, and I think Buck built it. Yes, that was very nice of Howard. And Trent says it was a hot one today, just relaxing. Yeah, it was hot here too. It was 84, 85 degrees inside the prep booth at work. That's inside the booth where we work at. So, not good. Not good at all. They keep saying, "Oh, it's just the air conditioner's messed up. We're working on it." We keep telling them, "No, y'all just trying to save money by not turning the damn thing on all the way." Just seems awful convenient to us that here they are trying to cut back and save a little money, and all of a sudden, oh man, the air conditioner's not working right. Mm-hmm. At least that's what we felt about it anyway. I don't know if that's actually what it was, but it sure seems that way. Howard keeps threatening to send you something, Don. Yeah, he was trying to get your address the other night. Oh, you have no AC in your shop, Trent? You talking about your modeling shop? Well, my modeling shop is the living room, so I don't have to worry about not having AC there. We have AC in the living room. Oh, your workshop doesn't have air conditioning. That's not good. Where do you work at? Your house has AC. That's good. Where do you work at, Trent? That's crazy. They should at least have some AC. I would think anyway. Of course, what do I know? But you do stock and custom auto interiors. Oh, so you're like in a garage. Is it at least open, where you can get some wind? That's kind of a cool job to have, too. You ever do any like restorations, uh, restoring the interior on old cars? That would be cool. And you can open the door. Sunday fun day. Oh crap! I forgot to change that. Let me change that. Let's turn that off. There we go. Thank you, Andrew. I forgot to change that. And super custom cars. Oh, but that's cool to work on. I need to refill my little pot of lacquer thinner because I'm almost out. I got a whole big thing of it, but I need to refill my little little can of it. Yeah, that stuff happens when you get older. You're not wrong. You are definitely not wrong. Done your share of Nissans too. Uh, there was a guy that used to work at the plant. He took one of the buyouts years ago, but he runs a shop there in Smyrna doing custom cars and stuff, and he does some amazing work. I mean, he does some awesome work. Oh, look at this. That was genius. Put the wrong top on the wrong bottle. And the crazy thing is, it fit better than the top that's supposed to be on it. Of course, this is the bottle that's warped all out of shape after the mailman dropped it and ran over it with his Jeep. But I got free paint out of that, so I guess that's okay, right? Now, if I can find my steel, smoke, chrome. Titanium. Where's the Duralumin? There's my Duralumin. Blacker makes the room blacker. Yes, it does. What am I painting tonight? I'm still working on the War Machine, Buck. I'm painting wheels. I got them sitting over here right now. Sprayed the primer on them. Now we're gonna put some Duralumin on them. Discord is dinging away. Are you working on anything tonight, Buck, or just kicking back and watching? Todd, what's going on? By the way, Buck, I was just telling Don I'm gonna try to be on the Wednesday night stream tonight. Wednesday night and start on the rocket that Howard sent me. Buck says, "Holla, Todd, father." I started to ask you if you were working on anything, Todd, but you said you don't work on anything much anymore except on the streams. I love how those AK extreme metals look. So now I got to get my airbrush cleaned out again. Ooh, and drop the lid of the paint. I have got so many different colors of these now. Just buying one here and one there as I needed different colors of metal. I love them though. I know that feeling, Todd. Todd says true. I really should be in the lab more often, but after work I'm beat. I know that feeling. That's the way I was when we were working 10 hours a day every day. Just like, ugh. Thank God we're not doing that anymore. I actually get off work now and there's like this big bright ball of fire in the sky. What's up with that? There for a while when I got off work, it was just dark. Oh, thank you, Buck. They do look almost like real metal, don't they? $10 a day. That's a bad habit, Donnie. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Tell Nissan about that. They don't seem to think there's any problem at all with it when they want it. Right now, we're back to about 8.5. I don't think paint is ever going to work 8. That's just one of the drawbacks of being in paint. But I will never, ever, ever, ever go back to trim. I'll just deal with a few extra hours here and there before I go back to trim. What's going on, Alec? Shouldn't you be like at work or something? No, that was my wife hollering at my son, John. Get my airbrush put back together. And I'll start doing some detail painting. Alec is here to ask if he can go home. Yeah, Alec, you at work? I need to click on my bingo card. Set these aside. Don says, don't get him started. This is true. And these wheels need to dry a bit before I start doing any detail painting on them. So, let's get the rest of the parts out and see what we can paint. Oh, I know what I can paint. Let me find the little spear guns and this little tank. I love how that turned out. There's the little tank. You know where the spear guns are? Here they are. There's my spear guns. Buck says, can I go home too? And Don says, aren't you already home? Buck says, maybe. Buck is always home now. Buck's got it made. If you get bored, Buck, I'll let you go to Nissan and I'll stay home. Actually, sounds like a good idea to me. What do you think, huh? Yes, yes, yes. You few, you happy few. Fracking, fracking. Let's see here. Let's do medium blue. No, his name is John, not Don. My son's name is John. Andrea said not happening. Why not? Come on, Buck. Help a bro out, man. Huh? Oh, I haven't even used this one yet. How can Alec go to work for me? He's already at work all the time. Or he makes it sound like he's at work all the time anyway. I have to admit, these things are wild to prime. Oh, I need to put my eyes on. Tag team at Nissan. There you go. Push the button over and over and over. Yes. Just keep pushing the button. I don't know why Ian acted like he didn't know how to prime them. It tells right on the box what to do. Although I will admit, I don't think it mentions paint dripping, but it does drip a bit. Might should have primed this first. This paint isn't wanting to stay where I put it. How good are those ochre paints, Buck? I've never used those. Trent says, I'll put Alec to work. He'll quit complaining about the grocery store in a hurry. And Don said, there was the first problem. You said Ian needed to read. Well, you're not wrong there. Even Ian says that he don't read. Well, I am on camera. I guess I could zoom in a bit where you could see what I'm doing, couldn't I? I'll get that in just a second. While I give this a second to dry before the second coat, I'll zoom the camera in a bit. Layer right there. I do like these pens though. I like them a lot. That ought to work. Ochre paints work well on the kits, and the primer makes the paint work well on the metal. Oh, there's a primer? I guess that's the gray one. No, that's silver. Silver, gold, brown, yellow. Oh, here's the primer. There's the primer on the end. Right there. Cool. I also have some, I think it's Mr. Hobby metal primer. Buck says, I'm falling. Oh, wait. Donnie zoomed in. Yes, I did zoom in. Just for painting, quick little areas like this, it's so much easier just to use these pens than it is to get the paint out and paint an area and then have to clean the brush. You just pop the cap off the pen, brush the paint on, and move on. And I love the fact that they're actual brush tips. I mean, the little felt tips on the real color markers, they're not bad either, but I like these real brush tips. I don't think I would try painting tiny, tiny, tiny details with them, but they do have a decent little point on them. The primer is the one labeled primer. Yeah, I figured that out, but Now he will forget to zoom back out. I've never done that more than a few times. Andrea said you're weird. I could have told her that, Buck. What's going on, Ricardo? If the real colors are like the cheapos, then the tip will wear pretty quickly. I don't know. I haven't used the real colors uh, enough to see how quickly the tip's going to wear yet. I've used them a few times, but not enough to start wearing them yet. I just can't believe how quickly this paint dries on the part, but yet you snap the cap on the pen and it doesn't seem to dry. I mean, I know you're sealing it up, but there's still a good little bit of air inside that cap. You'd think it would start drying. It's some hoodoo magic. Buck says, by the way, paint markers are great. I looked at the tank I did with only markers and it looks really great. Todd says, by the time the RC tips wear out, it runs out of paint anyway. And Buck says, so you're saying we need to do another paint marker only challenge? No, I don't need to run them out. And I mean, I guess if the tip lasts as long as the supply of paint inside the pen, then that's all it really needs to do, right? Buck says, you remind me of the man with the power. Power of hoodoo? You do. And Todd says, and they're like $250 each. He's okay with that. Todd says he caught a bunch of the fibers from a play marker tip in the cap and bent them back, had to cut them off. Yeah, I can see that happening. I'm just surprised on some of these ones that I've used several times that the tip hasn't started hooking yet, because usually synthetic brush tips will start forming a hook pretty quickly right at the point. But these haven't so far. There's a couple of them, like this silver one. that tend to split right at the tip sometimes. You end up with like a V instead of a point, but it's not too bad. They still work way better than any markers I've used before. And even the metallics aren't too bad. I mean, they're not like AK Extreme Color metallics or anything, but they're pretty good. I'll have to try sometime putting down a black base and then put the metallic over that. But that looks pretty good. Just painted right on top of the resin. Set this aside and let it dry. I think I want to make that gun metal. There's the gun metal. Oh, you missed it all, Eric. Everything. You missed it all. The best stream yet. That's what you missed, Eric. I would undo it all and redo it again for you, but it's paint. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let me guess. Buck streaked the stream. Buck said, not yet, but he can. Eric said, oh, God, what have I done? Ask and you shall receive, Eric. And Buck is willing, so don't ask if you don't want. Yeah, I'm on camera. Sort of. Sort of on camera. And I know my magnifiers are probably getting in the way too, but I have to see. Buck said, "What you always do." Trent said, "You're gonna blind us all." Buck said, "No, I just got some sun." And Eric said, "So now you're the Dust Bunny White?" Dust Bunny White. And that one claw that broke off before broke off again. So I'm going to have to fix that again. Well, that was a smart thing to do, wasn't it? You're not supposed to put your finger on the wet paint. Why didn't somebody tell me that? Buck said, "Maybe you'll see tomorrow. Electricity prices go up again tomorrow. Might have to be naked on my stream." You do have a habit of doing that, Buck. And yes, one time counts as a habit. I have to get out some real paint. I don't have enough colors. Where did I put my other metallics? Hmm. They're not in the jar. I don't see them on the desk. I need to clean my desk. But no, they're not on the desk. There's one. There's the other one. They are on the desk. Well, you know. Let's see here. Buck said, wait, you figured who? Thank you, Eric. I think it looks pretty cool, too. Buck said, nuns have habits. Yes, they do. I'm not going to read that one there, Eric. Alex says, I'm at work, and yes, you assume correct. I would love to go home, mostly because I procrastinated this morning and forgot to make my U96 light modifications based on Todd's website. So I'm eager to get home and get that done. Yes, Buck, I was checking in my drawers on the stream. Thank you, Alec. It's okay, Buck. At least I wasn't showing off my light up drawers on the stream. Your Walmart light up drawers. Nothing that wasn't ever there. I need to reposition this light. My hand gets in the way of the light. Oh, I'm sorry. Amazon light up drawers. I thought you said they came from Walmart. Amazon, Walmart, same difference. Mail order, right? Yep. I got quiet again. Painting little things. Don't go into the light. No, I just bump into the light. All from the same Chinese factory. Yeah, you're not wrong. Mouse War minis? Um, no. I don't know where they're from. I know there's um one of the tribes on my mini factory has some mouse minis, mouse themed minis. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. Are you wanting minis or STLs? Don't know if they're a tabletop gamer, if they're STLs, you gotta print. Mickey Mouse Wars. Which are you wanting, minis or STLs? Because you can get all kind of minis. Like, let me share this. Present, share screen. Here we go. Something like that. Is that what you're talking about, Eric? You can get the STLs for those guys. It's $25. Or if you're signed up for their tribe, it's usually like 40 to 50% off. Those do look kind of cool, don't they? Little mouse warriors. Is that what you're talking about? Something like that, Eric? Buck says, wouldn't that be Star Wars these days or Avengers? Well, there you go then. It's on My Mini Factory. Clay Cyanide Miniatures. And being STL files, you could print several of each one if you wanted to, make a whole army. I don't know. You have to go there and look around and see what he's got. This particular pack right here is all swordmen, and there's one guy with a crossbow. Oh, you don't have a printer? I don't know if they can be bought already printed. Let's see. I don't think so, Eric. Yeah, I'm not seeing an option to buy them already printed. I found you can buy them. Let me share this screen. You can buy those already printed, but I think that's like $10 for that one guy. I'm not sure. No, it's not. All 5 mini mice is $33 for the whole set already printed. That's on plagueminiatures.com. Here, let me share it. Let me put the link. There you go, Eric. That's the link to the whole set. And actually, it's $8 more than buying the STLs. The STLs are 25. Buying these 5 little guys already printed is 33. Yeah, but it's 33 for the ones already printed. The STLs were 25. Those little mouse guys are kind of cool, though. Not a problem, Eric. Go look around on his uh um my mini factory page. If there's something you want, you could buy it and I could print it for you. If you want, some other little mouse minis or something. I have to admit, I love my mini factory because there's like anything you could imagine on there almost mini wise that you can get STL files for. And a lot of them are. Imagine your Space Marine getting its ass kicked by a mouse unit. Yeah. Tell that to the Emperor, right? But, sir, you don't understand. It was a lot of mice. I kind of like the way they have it set up on my mini factory. You just you can subscribe for like $10 a month or whatever. And every month you just get a big pile of STLs. That's where I got some of the random devils and stuff that I'm going to be using in the campaign that I'm going to be running. Was from Archvillain Games on my mini factory. There's a guy on Thingiverse that 3D modeled all of the unique characters in that campaign that I'm going to be running. And I got all those and printed them out. But then there's a lot of just like generic devils and demons and stuff that you'll be running into while you're in Avernus. And I got a lot of those off of my mini factory from Archvillain Studios. I should look if they have the Rats of Nim. I'm sure you could probably find them somewhere. There's STLs for everything. A mouse unit? Doesn't Ian have one of those? Buck cockroach, says Eric. Oh, man. That wasn't nice, Buck. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, that's way more paint than I'm going to need, but Buck said, I'm sorry, or not. I has fruit. Are you trying to bribe Eric with fruit? Or are you trying to lure the mouse away with fruit? Andrea, Buck was bad. He needs to be punished. And Buck says, I might like that. Buck's the dirty old man. Eric said, like Sheldon spanking Amy on Big Bang Theory. That was hilarious. Buck said, Andrea came back from downstairs with fruit, strawberry and grapes. Ooh, I love grapes. I can't eat strawberries. I'm allergic to them, though. But grapes, I love grapes. I also need to paint these. Get a bigger brush for those, though. They sell grapes at Publix around here. They're seedless grapes, but they're freaking ginormous grapes. I mean, they're like ping pong ball sized grapes. And they taste amazing. Got to be some kind of genetic engineered shit because I have never in my life seen grapes that big till I saw those. Eric said, "Geez, Buck, tease Donnie, taunt Donnie with your strawberries." You said ping pong. I heard King Kong and thought those grapes are huge. Those grapes are huge. They're not King Kong huge, but they're freaking huge grapes. I would be afraid to see what a King Kong grape would look like. Dry this paint on these two parts real quick. We're going to put another coat on them. I love this little heat gun. Awesome paint dryer. Just be careful. It will melt plastic if you hold it on there too long. Depends on what version of King Kong it is. That's true. That's true. What's going on, kid? Eric says, it seems my phone has a stutter. And everybody's saying hey to Ken. Let those dry. Okay, Ken. Ken, are you Kenneth in disguise? Eric says, so far, Donnie's stream is a safe space from the Ken Banhammers. Hey, don't taunt him, Eric. He can get into StreamYards. Don't taunt him. Trent says, that's a great story, Ken. I'm rolling on the ceiling laughing. And Buck says, I'm rolling in the floor laughing. Kenneth's not here, so everybody's just going to take pot shots at him, huh?
All right, where's that Eric guy? I'm going to ban him.
What's up, Ken?
Hey, not too much.
On him, Eric.
So, what are you working on today?
Just working on the Infernal War Machine still.
Okay. Is that one, I don't know if that's a wheel cover or what it is. Is that a dragon's head?
Yes.
Nice.
It's
cool.
The front wheel covers.
Oh, it looks like it shoots fire.
Yeah, they got little
flamethrowers
or something in them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Buck says he's rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Trent said, that's how we do.
It's crazy how many STLs you can get. You can get STLs for everything now.
Yes. I'm assuming you've sent off those parts for the Reliant already?
Yeah, Jordan's supposed to have them Wednesday.
Perfect. Did you watch my video just from Sunday?
I did. It was good. I think I commented on it. I thought I did.
Okay, I'll recheck after. Did you see those parts I was talking about? Did you send 2 of them to each of us? I hope.
Yes.
Okay, good. because I was doing my build. I need more of these.
He sent me a whole list of parts, and I printed the whole list twice.
Perfect.
Once for him and once for you.
Okay, I might need some more parts then. Those 4 little cups for lights.
Uh-huh.
I think each person supposed to have. I think a person would normally print off 3 for themselves.
3 sets of 4?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I'm finding. 2 for sure. Because even just one set doesn't do a complete one set of complete warp nacelles.
Okay.
And then you have the rear of the shuttle bay area. You would need the leftovers from a second set on the
let me check what he sent me, but
on
I'm
the back.
sure he didn't say anything about that.
I don't know that he knew. This is more of a thing we're finding out as we go on. So, not a big deal. I mean, I can use other types of lights. Like I can use 0402s or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't say nothing about that.
Yeah, that's okay. I can make do without.
If you need more, I can print more. I've got resin, so
sure. I'm looking forward to getting all those parts and putting all the window boxes in and stuff. I think it's going to be really, speed things up.
Yeah, I've never done it that way. I've never done, a separate box for each group of windows. I always just light the inside of the model and let it shine out the windows.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. So, but I'm interested to try it this way because this is the first full on
lit model.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the TIE Fighter wasn't really much, just a couple LEDs in there, and that's really about it. This is the first full on
TIE Fighter turned out cool though.
It did. But once I'm done with it, I'm looking forward to getting back to the Klingon bird of prey.
Oh yeah, you got to
I'm
finish
learning.
that. That was looking good.
Yeah, it was coming along nicely until I blew up the lighting board on stream. But I didn't panic. I didn't make any noise. I didn't draw attention to it. I just kind of silently, okay, it's dead. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, I fucked up.
Yep. So I ended up ordering a new one, and now I'm just gonna. At that point, then we were starting on the Reliant, and I'm like, I'll just wait till, I figure I'll learn some stuff for doing the Reliant.
Oh yeah, yeah. Y'all are doing all kind of mods to that thing.
Yeah, I actually ordered some. Yeah, Bucks' Boom is always good.
24 volts, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I turned that Klingon board accidentally on to 12 volts. It's only supposed to be maximum 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so after that, it stopped working, oddly enough.
Was that a Tenna Controls board?
It was, yeah.
Most of the Tenna Control boards are 9 to 12.
Yeah. But, and the board I ordered too, like I'm using the board that's actually for the Katinga.
Right.
Because the board he does normally for the bird of prey doesn't have a button where you can press and it makes sound as the photons fire off.
Right.
So instead, I'm just using the Katinga one, which does have the firing photons that ramp up and then fire.
Did you just get the one that's the lasers and the photon torpedoes?
Just the photon torpedoes.
Oh, it's just photon torpedoes?
Yeah, it just does the photon torpedoes.
I didn't know he had one that was just photon torpedoes.
Well, maybe it does have the disruptors, but if it does, I just won't connect them to anything. And then I won't be using a rear photon torpedo launcher either.
Right.
So I'll be, less utilizing it, but I really kind of wanted those extra options that I could do. I really wanted that photon to look nice and do the ramp up of a firing, and then have the sound that goes with it. So what brand of paint are you using there for your metallics?
This one is Green Stuff World.
Okay.
It's brush on chrome.
Nice.
And it works good. It takes a while to completely dry. You can't touch it for a while, but
it sounds like the Molotov stuff.
Yeah.
I just use the Molotov refill pens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then instead of using a bottle cap like that, I just turn over a Tamiya cap or a Tamiya bottle and just use the glass bottom and then wipe it off after.
That works.
So
I never thought of that. I have plenty of Tamiya bottles.
Yeah, they're good for it because glass is easy to clean off.
Yeah.
So.
Tenna Controls says page can't be found. Weird.
And you know what?
There we go.
Maybe it does have the, like I said, it might have the disruptors, but I honestly can't remember. It's been so long now.
I don't remember either. To be honest, I thought they just had but it's been forever since oh man, they've got the Runabout, Discovery Enterprise.
Yeah.
They've got the Grissom now.
Nice. I had the one for the Reliant. Well, I still have that kit, but it doesn't have the option for switching the impulse crystal when you turn on the warp nacelles, and it also doesn't have warp nacelles that come on because you never saw them in the movie. So I decided to go the same way Jordan is, and we'll get the set up with the Arduino and everything with Todd's programming, and then we'll be able to switch on that and
No,
whatnot.
you're right. It's just torpedoes.
Okay, yeah.
Weird.
The thing is, he's really good though. You can talk to him. You could ask him to add a disruptor function to your board, and he could do that for you.
Yeah.
And I had spoken to him about doing the Reliant switch over that from having the photons and I believe the super phasers that would fire. And I was going to talk to him. I did talk to him about adding the switchable impulse crystal and the chiller grill lights. And he said it would cost a little bit extra just as a research fee or whatever, and he would get it done and send it to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But then I was thinking about it, and then I was talking to Jordan, and then that's when I decided to, you know what, I'll just go this way. Kind of learn the newer lighting.
Go the Arduino.
Yeah. Alex here, he says he's just on his break, and he is 2 hours and 40 minutes away from quitting time. He can't wait for it to be 2.4 seconds.
2.4 seconds. My only problem with doing the Arduino, I love doing the Arduino, but I do it takes me so long to get a model done. I do the Arduino, I have to figure out what I need to do, how to do it, all that. And then by the time I get the next model to the step where I'm needing to do the Arduino, I done forgot what I did on the other one.
Yeah. Well, I did order some new wire wrapping wire in a couple other colors now that I'm starting to do the twist, the braiding twist of the wires.
Yes.
So I figure I can start doing some other color combinations to signify other things.
I just use red and black, and then I'll put a little piece of tape on it and mark it, P for phaser, T for torpedo.
That's what I was doing in the weapons pod. But I kind of saw someone else doing the twisting of the wires, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I thought, well, I might as well just get a couple extra rolls of this wire and use the different colors. Like I can use, green and blue for anything that's a constant on light, for example, or even just, where it's reused colors like, black and white for, something else.
Right.
For all the flashers, for example. So I just figured I'd try something different. And it's not too much for, a roll of that wire wrapping wire. And they last a long time, I think. And fiber optic cable I finally got ordered.
Oh, really?
It'll be here tomorrow with the wires.
I've got like 2 or 3 different sizes of fiber optic.
Yeah, so this one's just 1 millimeter that I'm going to be using for those spotlights at the end of the nacelles.
Right.
So what are you using here for the weathering?
You're going to do fiber optic for the spotlights?
Yes, for the spotlights. Maybe the strobe lights as well on the tail end. And maybe a few other ones as well.
Cool. I never thought of using fiber optics for the spotlights.
Yeah, this is, like I said, this will be the first completed Star Trek ship that I've done that's lit.
Welcome to the dark side, Ken.
Yeah, switching from armor and a little bit of aircraft modeling to now doing Star Trek. But I always had this collection of Star Trek kits I had bought. That was my plan to build them as once I retired. And now that I'm retired and I've joined HTM, it's a perfect time because I've got you guys with all your guys' knowledge of building starships.
Right.
And lighting kits.
And I think it's fun watching you and Jordan working on the Reliant.
Oh yeah, it's great. We have a good conversations. When we do our filming, we usually talk for a while beforehand and then talk for a while after. So good times. And then he learns some stuff from me, and I've learned some stuff from him.
Right? That's the cool part.
Yes, it's like I did the masking of the nacelles, and then he improved on that. When you watch his version, he took what I did and improved on it a little bit.
I think I saw that one. I can't remember.
That was his latest one, which came out after I think the video after I did mine.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen his latest one.
Eric's asking, when am I doing Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica kits? Star Wars, I do have some Star Wars kits, obviously. Some Tamiya ones, whatnot. I do have the Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon.
Tamiya Star Wars?
Yeah. Or sorry, not Tamiya. Bandai, sorry.
I was going to say, Tamiya did Star Wars? When did this happen?
No. My bad, sorry. I was sorry. I was asking you, what are you using for weathering here?
For weather, I haven't done any weathering yet.
Or this color tint you're using?
This is just Vallejo Game Air Brassy Brass.
Okay. So you did the chrome as a base for the brass color.
This is not chrome. This is AK Extreme Metal Duraluminum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the chrome is
just those tips.
Quite a bit more chrome than that.
Yes.
I'll have to let that dry for a while before I can handle it enough to paint the rest of it.
Trent is actually asking, do you weather the War Machines, Donnie?
I'm going to, yes. I'm not going to weather it a whole lot because they're going to be in Avernus, which is the first level of the Nine Hells. Something tells me there's not a lot of rain there.
You do some like charring around those dragons' mouths there where they have flamethrowers.
I figured, like dirt and stuff, but
yeah.
Probably not a lot of, rain streaking or anything like that.
No.
Maybe like some oil leakage or something.
Maybe, yeah. Are they a little bit alive? Maybe a little blood leaking out?
Oh, there's going to be blood on them. not from them, but from everything they've ran over and killed.
Yeah. You do some arrows sticking in a few places?
Oh, I didn't think of that. Maybe.
Some arrows around where the crew sits?
Yeah, this little.
Yeah.
Here.
Some, like 5 or 6 arrows or something stuck in there.
Huh.
Like people were shooting at them and didn't quite make it. I
hadn't thought of that. That's a good idea, Ken.
Oh, thank you.
I'll have to work on that.
Eric says splattered peons on it.
Yeah, splattered peons. Splattered adventurers. See this red spot? This was the last adventuring party that tried to stop us.
Alec, just read your comment there. Yeah, don't be in a rush though. Whatever you do, don't be in a rush to retire. I would gladly trade you to be young again.
Well, that depends. Could I be young again and know what I know now?
Well, true.
Because if I don't, I'm just going to do the same stupid shit again, probably.
Maybe you've done it 1,000 times already. You just don't remember.
This is true. At that point, I think it's kind of pointless.
I wouldn't want to necessarily know things that I could profit from, like who's going to win what World Series or certain lottery numbers.
No. I'm just saying life things.
Yeah, like don't date Jenny.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
See her? No.
Yep. Oh, nice, Eric. Eric said, is Wayne's head going to be on a pike on the War Machine?
Oh, God.
You could print a mini one off.
Shrink it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then take it to Wonderfest. I don't know. He might not like that.
Oh, he's got a good sense of humor. At least he seems to.
Oh, he does. He does. But that might be pushing it. Why is my head on a pike?
Well, I had to work your head into this somehow. And you don't look like you breathe fire.
Yeah, somebody was talking about that the other night on the stream. You know how there's that group that did the Galileo shuttle build year before last.
Yeah, and that's the same group that did
the DeLoreans this year.
Yeah.
And somebody on the stream was talking about we should do a Wayne's Head group build.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing the Mummy, where you not completely wrapped, but you still have little bits kind of open.
Yeah.
Or something
enough
like
you
that.
can tell it's Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah, just so enough. Yeah, exactly. So you can just see a little bit enough to tell it's Wayne.
That would be awesome. I wonder what he would do if he walked into one of those display rooms and there's like 15 different models with his head in one version or another on it.
But you just gotta have you'd also need someone to do just like a baseline one where it's just straight his head.
Yeah. This head was used in all of our models.
Yeah. I think another one would be kind of cool to do would be a Terminator version where you got part of the flesh missing and you got the metal underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Including the one eye being the red Terminator eye.
Yeah. And the rest of it being Wayne.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I don't have the skills for that. That would take a little bit of sculpting. Yep.
Yeah.
I've never tried sculpting.
I haven't either. Well, I take that back. I tried sculpting one time with green stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was really, 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 really into painting minis. Hanging out on the Reaper Miniatures forum all the time and all that. And a couple of the people that sculpt for Reaper hung out in the forums, and they're talking about sculpting with green putty and all that. And I'm like, hey, I can do that. All I made was a big sticky mess. Green stuff sticks to anything except what you want it to.
Yeah, I've watched videos of people using green stuff, and you got to use a lot of water.
Yeah.
Eric says, do Wayne's head like in the movie Being John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
Where people could go through that little door and end up in his head.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, you could really play with that idea.
Yeah. I mean, you could also do something a little simpler, like just put an astronaut helmet on his head.
Yeah.
Even like if it's a 1950s style astronaut head, where it's just kind of like the fishbowl.
But I mean, if you're wanting to play with that movie, you could just have like his head with a door in the back of it,
Exactly.
and a little hole in the top where you can see inside of it with like people and stuff.
Looking through his eyes.
Yeah, that would be cool. That wouldn't be that hard to do either, actually.
Be easier if you could if you're good at modifying the files for printing.
I have no idea how to modify the files other than slice them. I can cut them apart on a flat plane.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like to make the head hollow or whatever.
Oh no, that's easy to do.
Then, yeah, I mean that's all you really need to.
Yeah, the slicer has a function where you can make your prints hollow. That way you're not using 4 pounds of resin. Plus the fact that if you print something very large and make it solid resin, it'll never cure all the way through.
Yes, I've seen some people though use not that I've ever 3D printed anything. I've seen people use clear resin, so that helps.
Yeah.
Trent's taking off. He's saying good night, guys.
Have a good one, Trent. I'm fixing to here in just a minute. It's 9:37.
And Eric had said make Wayne's skin suit in place of the Edgar suit with his UFO.
Hey, there you go.
Well, that made me think of an easy one where you just have a little hand sticking up with a little neuralizer from Men in Black, and you have him wearing shades like he's one of the Men in Black.
That's a good idea, Ken. Don't fleshy thingy her.
How many times have you flashy thinked her?
She could die like brain cancer or something.
And then the wife there saying an Edgar suit. His skin was all loose like he was wearing an Edgar suit.
Yeah. That would require some sculpting. But I mean, some of that you could digitally sculpt. I don't know how to do that either, though.
Yeah. Well, give it time. I'm sure you could play around and figure something out. You certainly have a passion for it.
I played around with Mesh Mixer a little bit, that's what it does, modifies STL files and stuff with very limited success. I was just trying to take a STL file and part into pieces.
Right, yeah, for printing.
Yeah, didn't work so good.
No?
No. I needed to spend some more time figuring out how to use Mesh Mixer first. Guy on YouTube made it look easy, though.
Don't they always?
Right? Guy on YouTube's like, yeah, all you got to do is click this and do this and click this, and there you go. Didn't work that way.
Eric says Wayne as the Baron from the original Dune in his flying suit.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, but we only have so much space to work with. It's mostly just a head. All we have.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Head and some of the neck, I'm guessing.
Yeah, mostly just the head. You know, because that's the unit of measurement.
Yeah.
The Wayne head.
Although now I'm picturing using the fishbowl as a spaceman helmet, but put resin water in there from all the way up to up to the bottom of his nose, and then put a little goldfish or something there, or put it up above his eyes, the water above his eyes, and have the goldfish in front of his eyes with him
that would be neat
with his eyes
too.
painted like he's cross-eyed, looking at the fish.
I'm just curious to know what Wayne's reaction would be if he walked in there and there's like 15 Wayne heads in various configurations across the table.
Yes.
Especially if he had no idea before he walked in.
Well, yeah, that's just it, right?
Oh.
But even if you have a slight idea that it's something like this is going to be there, to actually see it,
Yeah,
that's a whole different ball of wax.
that is true. Oh, man. That would be good. But it's 9:42. So I'm fixing.
You're fixing.
I'm fixing to get out of here. Yeah, I got to get up 4 o'clock, go to work. Yay.
Yes.
I still have that bad habit that Buck talks about.
Yes. How much longer for you? Do you have a counter yet?
I don't have a counter yet. I'm 56, so a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thinking, 60, 65?
Somewhere around in there. Yeah. Hopefully earlier than 65, but we'll see.
Yeah.
See, they offered a buyout this year, but if I took the buyout, it was only like $100,000. There's no way I could make it until I turn 60, where I could start drawing stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And
if I'm gonna have to get another job, I might as well just keep the one I got.
Oh, exactly.
So,
I mean, because really, what do you do for a job after that, right?
Right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. If I'm gonna have to go get another job anyway.
Yeah. Do like Buck originally had thought, and go work at Walmart as
a door greeter or something.
Yeah.
Here's your sticker, little boy.
Well, Eric says, fun stream, Donnie. Have a good night, all.
Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I'm fixing to get out of here. We got a little bit done. We got some detail painting on this done.
Nice.
And got the wheels done. Got them sprayed, base coated, and started working on them. Got this focus. Got the spear tips chrome. They should be dry in about a week.
Oh, hey, isn't that the way with that stuff?
It is. The what's the other one? The Duralumin.
Yeah, Duraluminum.
Duralumin. This stuff.
Oh, okay.
That stuff dries in just like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's brand name stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And I thought you were talking about the color Duraluminum.
No, that's what I painted these with.
Well, it's good.
Extreme Metals Duraluminum.
Yeah, I did the AK metallics on Sunday on the rear of that F-14 I was building, so that's got to dry for a few days before I can start masking it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the AK metallics.
Yeah, they look good, but yeah, you got to wait a few days before you can mask.
Yeah, I haven't been brave enough to try masking them yet.
Well, you really got to detack it, the tape.
Yeah.
And to just detack it several times, and then ever so gently put it on there, and then just
spray it and pull it right back off.
Yeah, spray it lightly, so as not to get a big pooling of paint. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll probably spray them with the the direction of gravity being like, so it'll pull it down away from them at my masking. So
right.
So yeah. Well, sorry I didn't get here sooner.
Oh no, it's all good, Ken. But I'm fixing to get out of here. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Thanks, Ken, for jumping in and producing right there at the end.
Oh, you're welcome.
Let's see, what do we got? We got Buck tomorrow night. We got the Woody Wednesdays Wednesday night, which I'm probably gonna drop in on the Woody Wednesday since Howard gave me the rocket. He sent me the rocket.
Nice.
You know which kit that is?
I think you showed it off on Friday.
No, I didn't.
No,
the rocket.
Oh no, kit. I haven't seen that one. That looks cool.
Yeah, it's a wood kit with a lot of metal.
Nice.
You know the scary part? Look at all those nails.
Ooh, yeah. You still got one of those little hammers from the Book Nook kits?
My Book Nook didn't come with a hammer.
No? Oh, okay.
No. So no, I don't have one of those little hammers. I'll have to figure something out.
Yep.
We'll see. But let's see. Thursday night is Jordan. I'm not sure if he's gonna do dockyards or if he's gonna be working on kit.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Know. And then, of course, Friday night stream and Sunday afternoon stream. But thanks, everybody, for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, like and subscribe if you want. And we'll see everyone tomorrow night on Buck Stream. So let me get over here to the right page. So have a good one, everyone. I appreciate it. And thanks for stopping by. Later, everyone.